Hello everybody, welcome to my next project, which is Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires. This was the last game in the Dynasty Warriors series before Dynasty Warriors 9, where it became a train wreck for a while. So, in case you're wondering, hey, why are you not doing Dynasty Warriors 9? I chose to do 8 empires as sort of a hurrah for 8. And also to avoid playing Dynasty Warriors 9 for a bit longer. Because, oh boy, that's not going to be a fun project. But anyway, so we have a few minutes, so let's go into Empire. Now this is probably, without a shadow of a doubt, by far the best of the Empire series of the Warriors games. Which, if you don't know, the Empire series is not very story focused as the mainline games. They basically are like you can form a kingdom, and then you basically working on unifying China. So it gives you a lot of freedom, and you pretty much get to play as everybody in the roster. So we have a few scenarios based on historical events. You also have Gathering of Heroes, which pretty much randomizes everything. You also have custom scenarios that you can make. I'll probably make one for the last scenario we will do for this project. And then you have downloadable content. 8 had a lot of DLC. Which I haven't played all the DLC in my own time, so this project will actually give me an excuse to play all these DLCs. So that way I can fully complete this game. But yes, now, for the most part, we're going to be playing as every scenario once, with the exception of Chibi. We're going to be doing Chibi twice, and I'm going to get into that much later. But let's start with the first scenario, which is the Yellow Turban Rebellion. With the Eastern Han Dynasty nearing its end, corruption was rampant in the Imperial Court. Leader of the Way of Peace, Sang Liao, I think that's how you say his name. I'm not very good at saying the characters' names in Dynasty, and especially in Samurai, has led his followers in an uprising known as the Yellow Turban Rebellion. In response, the Imperial Court has sent out calls for volunteers to face the coming threat. So here you can switch info to see what kingdoms are currently available during this scenario, and also their territories, show you their colors. So here you can change your difficulty. I'm, for the most part, probably going to keep it at beginner, just to make the game flow quickly, because again, this is going to take a while, so yeah. Plus the Warrior games, if I remember correctly, on higher difficulties are not as the Empire games are not as forgiving. Which says something, given that the most Warrior games on higher difficulties, they are pretty challenging. But yeah, I would rather be on beginners. That way our kingdom doesn't like fall in like 50 turns in or something like that. You can choose to have officers' deaths on or off. Officers in this game can die during a scenario. I think if they either lose too much in battle or go down a certain number of times during a battle, and if they are captured, they can potentially be executed. If you have officer deaths off, then they will not die no matter what in this game. Here you can also affect the creator character settings, as Empire games are known for their character creators. You can replace famous officers if you want to, replace commons, and appear randomly. So I'm going to have all characters appear. And also, if you're connected to the internet, you can even have characters from other players appear in your game. Aim in 8. I think they took that feature away in 9. And also, another thing I forgot. If you do this menu here, you can basically get into this. So you have unlock weapons, unlock items, unlock stratagems, unlock all fixed stratagems, increase initial resources, and level. So let's say you want to turn this on. This will cost about 4,000 points. You gain points for basically playing the game. And right now, the last competition that happened, the last sort of event that happened, which I think still is ongoing technically, is that you earn more points. So yeah, so I can unlock all weapons if I want to show that off. I'll probably use this for most scenarios if I feel like it. Here you can up your initial resources, so that way you can start with like 1,000, 3,000, or like 5,000 resources. This is a show, we'll start with 1,000, and you can even increase your initial level. So you could be like 10 plus levels, 30 plus levels, or 50 plus levels. So here you can choose your characters. Now, how it works is that you have recommendeds, who are usually characters who are either rulers that are in really good positions or free officers that are in pretty good starting locations for the scenario, for the given scenario. So yeah, you can basically play as all these characters, but you can rotate. So like if you want to look at rulers specifically, marshals, strategists, and so on and so forth, you can set it to all, which if you have all, you can easily select from your created characters. You can even go to each specific group if you want to. You can even go through each kingdom if you want to take a look to see who's in that kingdom currently. And then playable is everybody that is playable in this scenario. So this will also include characters that are not recommended to you. So who will we play as for this scenario? How about we start with one of my favorite characters in Dynasty. There he is, he's in the scenario. Yushu. Now, characters that appear in scenarios in Dynasty Warriors 8, they have to be characters who are either considered active during the period of time that the scenario happens in, or would feasibly been around even if they weren't considered active at that point in time. So for example, you won't see like Yuan Shan or like many of the later Jin characters in the Yellow Turban Rebellion because they were either not active or didn't exist yet. So anyway, let's be him. You also get a little bit of detail, so if you want to pause and read that. Okay, so let's get into it. So this is the start of a free officer. So we can do a few things. We can either choose to try and serve somebody if we have the funds, interact with officers to raise their friendship rating. This can affect if you are successful at recruiting people. You can invite an officer in the form of a vagabond. So let's see. You could either join battles that are happening in the region or doing quests. If you pick quests, you usually are able to do quests of all territories that are connected to each other and where your location is. Also, doing a quest for a character, I believe, I think, raises your friendship with them? So yeah, we'll probably start off doing a few quests just to show that off before I start forming a Vagabond. So my stratagems, I have Poison Mist to start off with. I also have Unity. Officer info, weapons. So let's nope. Equip these. You can also get items for bonus points if we want to. I'll save that for later. Let's get started. We have to assassinate the officer without being seen. Oh shit. There we go. Sneaked on by. These missions are fun. I actually do love the quests when you're a free officer. I kind of wish they brought these back in 9. Found the official. Let's take him out. Victory! Oh, our friendship with him is a C. And our virtue has gone down. So basically, based on your actions, you have a virtue. The more good actions you do, the more like you will become. And it will also change your way of life. So I'm considered a calm trader, which is an evil way of life. No battles. Let's take a look at another quest. I'm also hoping my friends are watching this, because I actually did make a bunch of characters. That's based on a bunch of characters that we all share. Let's help rescue a caravan. A caravan from for Angela. And while you are doing everything, every turn the AI is also doing stuff. So they might attack, they might affect their lands, they might recruit people. Like and say lieutenant. So we gotta go and save the weapon merchant. And there's Angela. So yeah, so she obviously got recruited into this kingdom. And Ricky has joined the battle. Let's take all of them out, defend the merchant. Ow. Grab these. Another merchant's shown up, so we gotta defend him. Luckily, he's in a good spot. There's nobody near him except for Toriel that's going Who are you going for, Toriel? You're probably going after the new merchant, if I were to take a guess. Yes, you are! Beep 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 dee dee. Ooh, Ricky's weak to this element. Let's win the sword struggle. And Taisu. Alright, and Taishi's here. And he's the commanding officer, so if we can take him out, the battle will end. Run, weapon merchant! Get out of here! Let's go help this merchant. He's being swarmed. Element so we can deal with this lieutenant. Nice, now here comes the massive army. Why are you not switching? There you go. Ow, ow, ow. And they got away. We leveled up from that. So Arsene and Alphys formed a Vagabond. Now let's do another quest. Infiltrate, I believe, is considered evil. Yeah, virtue will go down. Apparently all the bad virtues are around. Let's do this. Also, I forgot I didn't show, but you can actually play as the generic officers in the Empire's games. I completely forgot to show that. So yeah, if there's a particular generic officer that you like for some reason, you can play as them. So yeah, you can truly play as anybody in the Warriors game, in the Empire's games. With the generics, it's more so why would you? Because I believe the generics are considered the weakest characters in the game, stat-wise, compared to the customs and oh, Angela's here. And the customs and what was gonna say? Do you follow me? No, you're probably not following because there's a bandit leader attacking you. Ooh, I love the song. I love Welcome to China. It's one of my favorite songs from 8. Dee, 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 dee. But, yeah, you can play as the generics, but I believe stat-wise they are considered very weak. I believe the Muso characters and your custom-made characters, they tend to have better stats. Also, one thing I also didn't point out is that do not adjust your audio. Oh, if you're hearing Japanese coming out of these people, because the Warrior games, for some reason, only have Japanese as an audio option. There is no English at all. Trust me, I've tried. There is no English option. So everybody's going to be speaking Japanese. So if you're wondering, hey, why you not have English going? Because these characters have amazing English voices innate. That's why. The Warrior games do not, the Empire games do not use English. Which sucks. Also, where are they all going? I just realized they're going nowhere near the caravan. Okay. But, no, I'm going the wrong way. But yeah, there's no English options. I wish there were. Again, the English voices for 8 are really good. As a matter of fact, this game is actually on the Switch, believe it or not, but I believe because it is Japanese only, like, for some reason, Koei Tecmo decided, yeah, because there's only Japanese voices, we're not going to have this game be out on the English eShop for people to download and play. But I believe this is on the Japanese eShop. So if you are in Japan and you want to play this game, it is on the Switch. If you have a Nintendo Switch, it's just for some reason they say, yeah, let's not have this game be for English people. Despite Koei Tecmo releasing Warrior games that are exclusively in Japanese. What's that? I'm trying to remember the name of the game because I like it, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. What's that game where it's like everybody in that universe are like based on like real life swords? It's like that is only in Japanese. E's for audio, and yet that could be released everywhere, but this can't. It's actually one of the reasons why the Samurai Warrior games, because apparently they're also on Switch, but because they were Japanese, they only had Japanese audio, it's like, yep, let's not release it for the English fans. Rock solid. No. You can occasionally be asked by other kingdoms to serve them, especially if you've been doing quests for those kingdoms. We'll probably do one more quest, and then in the next episode, I'll start forming a vagabond. Any quests that involve being good? No, lowers virtue, escort. Actually, no, let's form a vagabond because I think that will increase what quests we can do. Now, when you do try to recruit people, you can only recruit people in the region you are currently in. So if you want to go and recruit other people, you do have to move around a bit. Ooh. Actually, I see a few people here. Let's do Guoja, because he would be easier. And apparently he said, screw you. I could choose to join the battle if I want. Yeah, why not? Whose forces am I fighting for, by the way? Like, whose battle am I joining? That's the big question. Because I want to be fighting for the yellow turbines. Yuan Shu. I think I will create a save real quick. Because if I'm not fighting for the side I want to be fighting. Okay, so I am fighting with the yellow turbines. So, at the very least, before I end the episode, we'll show what actual gameplay is. So how 8 empires work is that you have to go around capturing bases, but you cannot just capture any base at your leisure. You have to capture bases that are connected by supply lines. So you go up and you start killing the enemies that are at these bases. And yeah, once the base runs out of troops, you essentially capture it. I believe if there's an officer present at the base, yeah, they'll up the number, and I believe they'll also prevent you from capturing it as long as they're still alive. So you have to take them out. But taking out an officer dramatically lowers the number of troops there. And again, as long as there's no officer present, you can capture it. Here we've captured the base. So yeah, so it connects the supply line, and basically what you need to do, you need to capture bases and connect their supply line to the HQ. So because this base is connected to this base, we can go and capture the HQ, which will end the battle. We can do the battle. Oh, also, the battle can just end randomly if the condition is favorable. So if the condition is favorable where you pretty much are guaranteed to win, the game will be like, hey, do you want to end this battle now? You pretty much won it, but do you want to continue to capture the enemy's HQ and utterly crush them? There's also these spot turrets, which takes forever to kill, but if you can kill them, they dramatically lower the troop number. Whoa! Wasn't expecting me to go flying through it. And we've captured the base. This battle is ours. So when you're a free officer and you choose to join the battle, I believe everybody that you fought with, you will become friendly with. Also, there are objectives, and the more of these objectives you complete, the more bonus points you will earn. So there's things like capture 3 bases, capture 4, so on and so forth. So there is some merit to going around and basically capturing everything. But anyway, with that, we will end this episode here, and in the next episode, we will continue through this scenario and maybe try to build up a vagabond, which is going to happen right now, actually. Guoja has asked you to join them in a vagabond. I forget if him asking us means we're going to be working for him. So I'd rather have him working for us. I'll see.
俺で役に立つならそれでいい。皆と共に立ち、乱世を終わらせる。
So we have Guoja. And with that, we'll end things here. So I hope you enjoyed this. Later.